There's a police car next to me, so I need to behave. Hi everybody, it's Webby. Welcome back to another video. And as you can see today, I'm here at Mustang Motorsport in Ferntree Gully in Melbourne. The guys basically invited me down here to have a look around today. They'd seen a couple of my posts on social media of a couple of Mustangs, and they said, look, why don't you come around, have a look around, we can show you some of the cars we've got, like a before and after, a standard one versus some of the modified stuff. So today we're going to have a look around one of their demonstrator cars. This is the Mustang Jackhammer, which is one of the first 2018 cars that got modified. So I'm going to be speaking to James from Mustang Motorsport. He's going to come in, show us a bit about around the car, tell us what it's all about, the differences between a standard and a modified car. So I'll bring James in from Mustang Motorsport, and yeah, we'll have a bit of a look around the car. Hi James.
How's it going?
Good, thank you. First of all, thanks for inviting me down.
That's all right, thank you.
So have a look down some of your awesome Mustangs. So hopefully we can have a look around and you can answer some questions that maybe we've got about the car and what you do to them.
Yeah, no worries.
And yeah, you can tell me all about this orange beast we've got in front of us.
Cool. Well, this is a 2018 Mustang. This is a Roush Jackhammer package. So for 2018 they started out with the Jackhammer.
Okay, yep.
And then after that, in 2019, they moved to their normal naming, which was the Roush RS3.
Okay, yep.
And so this was the first 2018 to have their new Supercharger system.
Okay.
Which was 710 horsepower.
Wow.
For their build
okay.
cars.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty cool.
So what's that in terms of kilowatts?
About 530 kilowatts.
Wow,
yeah.
Okay, so that's a fair bit of an upgrade over the standard car then.
It is. Big increase.
Yeah, massive. Then,
yeah. And to go with that, it's a full package, performance package, so it has adjustable coilover suspension, 20-inch wheels and tyres,
yep.
And an aero kit, which is the front splitter and everything to make everything work properly. So
perfect,
yeah.
Cool, okay. If we can maybe sort of go around the car and just explain sort of different bits and pieces. Yep. So obviously people can understand, you know, what's different about this to a standard car and you know, that type of thing, if we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
perfect,
worries.
okay. So James, let's have a quick look around this Jackhammer.
Yep.
So we're just starting at the front. What's the obvious differences between this and a standard sort of GT?
So the standard GT has hood vents on it, but Roush go and improve this with a larger heat extractor with a bit larger opening to let heat out of the engine bay.
Okay, yep.
Down the front they have their bespoke grille, so this is only available on the Roush build vehicles, so the Roush RS2, the Jackhammer and the Roush RS3.
Okay, yep.
It's a little bit more open and lets more cool air through the radiator.
Yep.
Down here they have a high flow lower grille as well. Same thing, trying to get cooling in the car, keep it cool down the track. And a reinforced front splitter. So Roush is one of the only companies that have metal brackets that go from the front of the splitter onto the chassis rail. Okay, yep. So it's reinforced. Yeah. So when you're going fast and it actually starts creating downforce, it pulls down on the chassis. So they put a lot of engineering effort into it so it actually works.
Yeah.
Which is
not just there for looks.
Not just there for looks. So it's really cool there. They've added these corner pockets here underneath the indicators, and they add a bit more aggression, but they're also about sorting out airflow around the side of the car, and that trails into the canards that are on the wheel arches there. Yep. They're actually like a new feature on the new GT500 actually. Okay. So they have the similar kind of things, and that's to get the air to go around the wheel, and get the air away from the front tires when you're going down the track. So a lot of the stuff is kind of like performance car focused, not just visual stuff.
Yeah. So it actually does a job rather than just looking pretty.
Yes, that's the idea. So yeah, they do some really good components, which is really cool. So that's kind of like the front end of the vehicle.
Yep. Okay.
On the wheel front, they run a 20-inch wheel. They run a square setup, so you run a 275 front and rear. Yep. Some people think that you've got to have a really fat tire on the back to hold all the power, but the 275 on a really good brand like the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S can handle it. Yeah, okay. And having a square setup, one, makes the car feel very balanced around the track. Yes. because it's square, it's the front's got the same amount of grip as the rear. Car feels really positive. And also on a servicing perspective, you can rotate your wheels around, which is really good for getting long, you know, tire life. Yes, tire life out of your car. Switch them front to back and things like that.
So are those wheels unique to Roush, are they? Or?
Yes, so they're a Roush bespoke wheel. This has been featured on them since 2015. The Jackhammer was the first ones to have it with the gloss black finish. Okay. A lot of the Jackhammer styling is down to it's got a lot of black on it, and that's kind of like it's meant to be the bit more mean. So that's why they've got the black finish on it.
No, that's good.
Same thing with the hockey stripe, the Jackhammer and the RS3. If you've got a hockey stick on the side from a Roush vehicle, it means the car's supercharged. So they don't put the hockey stick on a non-supercharged car. Yeah. So if you see that on a genuine Roush vehicle, you know it's packing some horsepower.
Don't try and base it.
Yeah, that's it. And then also the badging on it as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I see we got some upgraded brakes as well. On
this particular one, we do.
Yep.
So we've done a few track days and doing some demo days with this car. So we've added a two-piece rotor on the front and on the rear with some upgraded pads, so we can go and lap it. So the car normally comes without any brake upgrade because the 6-piston Brembos are quite good for the street.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you're going to start doing track days and getting into it, it's time to look at some pads and some discs and things like that.
That's probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah, especially with the 700 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly right.
So
slow yourself down a bit.
Yes, definitely. So moving on to more to the back of the car, they got the Roush side scoops. These have been super popular as an addition to the Mustang. Even if you've got a standard one, these have just been added. Everyone loves them. So. And they come from Roush pre-painted in every body colour. Okay. So we have them in stock and in boxes, and you literally can call up, say you've got a red one, a green one, doesn't matter. Yep. We've got them, you can chuck them on, in 10 minutes and instantly make your car look cool.
I was going to say, change the look of the car completely.
Yes, so and awesome. Everyone loves that bit of 60s style on the back of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming around to the back, the back of this one's got the Roush rear spoiler. This particular one has the matte black. So all the Jackhammers had the matte black spoiler on the back, which does tie in nicely with the stripe.
Yeah, it's quite subtle as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like a big Larry spoiler and that sort of thing.
So this spoiler's one of my favourites. If you look at the car on a profile view, it kind of gives it that long tail Le Mans kind of thing, if you want to think of it that way.
Yep.
And then if you look at it directly from the back, when you're following it down the road, it really widens the back of the car and makes it look really fat and fills up the lane. Yep. So,
again, without being sort of
too much.
It's quite subtle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, they're also on the RS3. They're available in body colour as well.
Yeah.
So same deal. We have them on the shelf, pre-painted in every colour.
Yeah. Okay.
And straight on and change the back of the car, which is cool.
So within half an hour, you could have side scoops and a spoiler, and your car looks completely different.
Yeah, and looks really good.
Yeah.
And on the finishing off the back with aero, it does have these new airfoils on the bottom.
Okay.
So near the exhaust pipes there, and that just fills out the rear valance a little bit, and just basically meant to be channeling air outside around from the diff.
Yep.
And then the back panel between the tail lights has the Roush rear panel, which is quite a popular part.
Yep.
And that's something that's only available on a serialized Roush vehicle.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't just come in off the street and just buy a
rear panel. No.
You've got to do it properly.
You've got to have an RS3, an RS2, or a Jackhammer.
Okay,
so they're like their signature parts, and they're not available retail. So basically, if you see that part on the back of a car down the road, you know it's the real deal. Exactly. And I'll show you inside the car.
Yeah, perfect.
So this particular one has part of the package is the Roush sill plates. So they're a lot like the Ford ones, but these ones, obviously Roush, they say Roush on there, and they light up. So
like the factory ones?
Just like the factory ones, they light, but they light up. So it's kind of a nice touch. You really know you're stepping into a Roush.
Yep.
The interior on this particular one has been changed with the Roush interior trim. So that's a retrim of the factory seats. If this car came from factory with Recaro, then there's a Roush retrim for the Recaro as well, where it does the suede and everything. So
and then you've got the nice logo on there as well.
Yeah, so that looks really cool, even from outside the car looking in. Yeah, it ties the outside in as well. Okay, so which is cool. Around the other side just quickly, and we'll open the bonnet while we're at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see.
Yep. So the last piece on the interior is the build plaque on the dash here. So serialized number.
Oh yeah.
Even the Australian cars are serialized in conjunction with the American vehicles. So this is number 127. They plan to do a 200 build of this car.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think they maxed out at about 160 or so builds in the end before the 19th came.
So this is where the exciting stuff happens.
Yeah.
Wow, have a look at that. There's not a lot of room left under there, is there?
No.
That's,
but everything's there in its place.
And for a reason.
And for its reason. Yeah. So
cool. So yeah, so just maybe sort of talk us through exactly what's been done. You know, the differences over a sort of stock car.
Over a stock one. Yeah. And the Supercharger kit on this, it's a full bolt-on upgrade. So we fit these kits to normal Mustangs. So you can wheel in a brand new Mustang like the one we've got over here. Yep. And put the 700 horsepower supercharger on it. Yeah, right. On the normal cars at 700, on the build cars at 710. Okay. But this kit, we do a drive-in, drive-out for 18,000.
Yeah, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, and that's like on the automatic as well, and the manual. On the automatic, really fast. So it's quite good.
So if someone brings their car in and says, right, you know, you want the Supercharger kit done, how long does that normally actually take to do?
We usually have the car for the week. Okay. So drop it off on Monday, pick it up for Friday and enjoy it on the weekend. With the phase 1 kit that's on this, it comes with a 5-year, 100,000k warranty.
Oh really?
So basically we continue the warranty that was on it. Yeah. Basically.
So yeah, the 5-year factory warranty from Ford.
Yep.
You don't really lose anything.
There's no risk, I suppose, because you'll still retain your factory warranty for the vehicle. Yep. You know, bodywork and all that kind of stuff. But we take care of the Supercharger, engine, gearbox, drivetrain.
And I suppose because for a lot of people this is just like a weekend toy.
Yep.
So the 100,000k limit isn't really going to worry most people, is it?
No, not really.
They're not going to do that sort of mileage in the weekend toy.
Yeah, exactly. And Roush really do develop a really reliable kit. And back to that OEM, you know, their Bodyworks factory. Yeah. Same with their Supercharger. They do a lot of development work. They do a lot of the engineering for Ford and other companies. Like they get contracted to do OEM development work for them. Okay. Yeah. So they're like when they do development on their own stuff, they put a lot of hours into it, and it's tested in the factory in a facility to make sure that it lasts. So they'll do like million-mile drive cycles on the Supercharger and things like that. Wow. And it's really intense. Yeah. So that's why they offer it, or we offer it with them, the long warranty, because it's reliable. Yeah. So
well, if you've done that much testing, then
you know that it's going to work.
Yeah, you're confident in the product. And,
yep. And like to go along with that, because they do all that testing and verification and everything, the calibration, the tune in this is fully ADR approved, so it's all emissions compliant, all that kind of thing. Oh, okay. So if we fit a Supercharger even on one of these or on a full package there, we can fit it up with like an engineering compliance plate as well. Yeah, so it's really good for your insurance. And everything's all signed off and road legal and everything. So it's OEM approved. 530 kilowatts. And there's two types of I suppose Mustang owners. There's ones that want something that's fully custom and one of their own. Yep. And then there's other ones that want a really nice performance car. Yeah. And and I think that's where the Roush kind of sits in the market. It's a car that's, you know, you might be like, I've had owners who used to have Mercedes CC3 AMGs and stuff like that, and then they want something that's got the power like those cars. And then there's a bit of a wow factor with it, and they want the fit and finish of a high quality system as well. So they don't have to open their bonnet and look at it, but they know the power's there and it's going to be there for 5 years or more. Yeah, much more. But yes, yeah. So
that's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
I appreciate you showing me around.
That's all right.
having heard now everything that goes into it, you get a better understanding
of the whole package.
What the car is,
yeah.
What the car is.
We'll have to find out what it's like then. Take it for a drive.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Cool, thank you.
No worries.
So now James has given me the key to his Mustang. Let's take it out for a drive and see, yeah, let's see how good this thing really is. So, foot on the clutch. Yeah, that sounds different already. So this is actually my first time ever driving a supercharged car. So a little bit nervous, but obviously excited at the same time. So yeah, let's go see how this thing goes. Yep, the brakes are pretty sharp, as you'd expect. As you'd expect, I'm going to treat this with a lot of respect because, yeah, 700 horsepower is a big number. I'm not going to try and be a hero. It feels surprisingly easy to drive, actually. Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of a, you know, sort of kind of an uncontrollable beast type of thing. But no, it's actually quite easy. Doesn't feel too much different from a standard car. But it might have only driven 300 meters, so it's yeah, it's not the full experience yet, I suppose. But yeah, nothing is obvious about the fact that this is a modified car at the minute. There's a police car next to me, so I need to behave. Be a very delicate launch from the lights. You can just hear the faint whine of the supercharger. So it's just giving you an indication, a little reminder of just exactly what's under the bonnet. Even the clutch isn't heavy. It's probably marginally heavier than a standard car, like the blue one I drove in my last video. But yeah, it's not kind of like, yeah, you haven't got to try and push it with both feet or anything. Yeah, you can definitely feel the extra power of the supercharger. You can say I'm barely touching the throttle, obviously, at the minute. Because I don't want to end up facing the opposite direction. Just going to slow down and give it a bit of a blast here to see what it's like. Yeah, that's quick. That was quick. Yep, I've not driven anything quite that fast before, and
What do you think?
yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing. Yeah, it was just, yeah. I better give you that back before I take it home.
No worries, cheers.
That was absolutely amazing.
No
I really appreciate you inviting me down here today. And yeah, especially taking the Mustang out as well is fantastic.
No worries. So, well, if you love that one,
thank you very much, mate.
When we have the 2020 come out, and come down and check out that one as well.
Perfect. That'd be really appreciated. Thank you, mate.
No worries.
So yeah, that's the video of the Jackhammer Mustang with Mustang Motorsport. Massive thanks to James for inviting me down and organising it all.
No worries.
If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well, and look out for more videos to come soon.